I just had to let it go. I just had to let it go. It just really wasn't an option for me anymore. You know what I'm saying? I had to let it go. It wasn't serving me the way that I was brought on to believe it was serving me.
So I had to quit being vegan.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys like the area. I was trying to switch it up for y'all. This looks nice and clean. But anyway, without further ado, I want to get right into what we're talking about. You guys probably already know by the title why we're here today, and we're going to come out and say it right now. I am no longer vegan. Why? Everyone's like, why? Why are you not vegan? Wasn't that the best option? Weren't you preaching before that it was the best, especially if you're spiritual? The best way to rise your vibration, another way to rise your vibration is go vegan. Well, guess what, guys? I don't believe in that anymore. Now, let's get some things clear before I go into detail. I'm not going to the store and buying meat. I'm not going and buying eggs, milk. I still get tofu. I still get almond milk. I still get vegan products, okay? But when it comes down to just lifestyle and living and enjoying my life, look, like I said in my last video, I think it was my last video, I realized that we're living in a game. We're living in a simulated game. Shout out to Rome. We had a good conversation, good discussion about this. He had some really good insight, but we're living in this game. And in this game, you're gonna get a whole bunch of opinions from everybody, but your opinion's gonna be the strongest. So although veganism was fun for me, it was definitely something new, something interesting to me at first. Now I just realized that maybe all of the health benefits and maybe all of just the benefits in general, worldly benefits, are not as true as they once were, at least for me. And, getting into detail, now a lot of people claim, I do think that there are better ways to process meat, eggs, and all these things. I don't think just putting a cow into a very small stable and stacked with cows all over everything, I don't think that's really an efficient way, the way that they slaughter the cows, the way that they treat the animals in general. That is an inhumane way of doing it. And that's kind of also too why I'm not buying any meat, any dairy, any of those kind of products at the grocery store, because I know that it's all for a buck. And as far as the quality of that food, it isn't really good, okay? So there was one thing that I kind of want to touch on is, when you, back when the Native Americans were ruling America, okay? They treated their cattle, they treated their animals with love and with care, and they raised them and they grew them. So when it was time to prepare the food, they were able to have, basically what it is if you treat animals, cows, chickens bad, in terms that meat is going to be a byproduct of the way that they're being treated. So if you treat them bad emotionally and physically, then that meat is not going to be a good quality. And it makes kind of good sense. The body's under a lot of stress, then the food from the body of the cow or of the chicken is not going to be as good as a cow or a chicken or a duck. I haven't had duck in a while, like since I was like 6. But when you treat these animals better, they're in turn gonna provide you better food. So if I'm ever getting food that is animal based, it's gonna be out, it's gonna be with friends, or it's gonna be at a convenience. Mind you, when I go to Chipotle, I still get bean and rice burritos. So I wouldn't say that I've given up on vegan or thrown vegan out of the window, but this is the thing. This is where I really want to touch on. I'm not into labels, Back in the day, I used to be paleo, right? I tried that out. I did that for maybe half a year, maybe 4 months or so. And that was really fun. But again, I got burnt out, and I got almost unmotivated of the fact that I was secluding a lot of things. And I just don't see that being beneficial to me. There's a lot of studies out there, and going back to veganism, just a little bit more focused. A lot of people have started to do vegan, especially within the last 2-3 years, right? So as far as vegan is vegan plant-based is very, very new in terms of social media, right? There's been veggies, I just made that up, but there's been veggies out there for a long time in the 60s, and I mean, for however long you can think back. There's been vegans out there for a long time, but now since social media and media in general is so strong, it's out there a lot more. So I think the masses of people start to see it, and it's new for everybody, right? So that's why you've seen a lot of content on vegan. But don't let it fool you. Again, everything is just like a season, it comes to pass. At the end of the day, if you are eating right and you're eating healthily and you're thinking and being mindful and just having good energy, and when you eat something, maybe I eat something that's healthy, but for this person, they don't like it just because it doesn't relish with their energy. They'll eat something else. So if you're eating foods that I believe that are good for you, and if you feel it's all your own opinion. At the end of the day, like I said in my last video, it's all about what you want to do. So for me, I realized that, instead of being held down to the constraint of veganism, why don't I just act as I want to act and not really label it? You understand? I don't want to be this vegan guy, or I don't want to be this fitness freak. I want to be everything, because I am everything. I love to do it all. So, also veganism is I wouldn't say it can be expensive in a sense of you are pouring if you want a really, really good quality meal, then sometimes you're going to have to spend a little bit extra. When you want these plant-based made products, they're definitely going to upcharge you on that, just because it's different. I don't think it takes them more time, but I think it's just different, and it's the new fab out there today. So, all in all, I think it's very important to do what you want to do, period. The way you want to eat, the way you want to control your physical fitness, the way you want to control your relationships, your livelihood, and the way you want to control yourself in general. I think it's all up to you, and everybody is so unique. We're all very unique, abundant beings, and I think that it comes down to your opinion and what you truly, not even really thinking, but what you truly believe resonates with you inside. Now, yeah, vegan was fun. Yeah. Do I know how to do it? Yeah. Can I help other people do it? Am I going to promote it like I'm a vegan enthusiast? No. Am I going to say stop slaughtering animals and this and that? No, because the fact of the matter is, if we stop doing what we are doing right now, then that can be detrimental. There can be an overpopulation of animals. There can be an overpopulation of just numerous amounts of things when we stop doing what we're already doing, because we're trying to adjust and trying to help nature, right? Or trying to make sure that we do things right. There's no right or wrong, okay? There's no right or wrong, okay? So, where people were trying to promote, let's save the animals. What about the animals? I believe that, when going back to what I said earlier in the video, yeah, if people are smacking cows and, slicing their throats and stuff, yeah, we got to find some different ways, probably some different people, companies to do that for us. But I do believe that if we stopped consuming, animal products, there would be some different problems in the world. Nature goes with the grain, and I believe that as far as what we've been doing in the animal product industry, I think that nature has already adjusted to that. So for us it's okay to adjust the inhumane, like I just said. If we have chicken coops stacked up, I don't think that's really just. But what I do think is just is that, yeah, some people in some different parts, not even of the US, but in the world, have different circumstances. So when I really sit back and I look at this thing, I look at two things. One, is it truly better to be vegan? Which right now, it can be or it can't be, depending on your circumstance. Everything's depending on who you are and what you're going through. So yes and no. Veganism can be better than a carnivore plant or a regular world diet, with animal products in it. But on the other hand, I think that sometimes, no, veganism maybe isn't better, in a sense of maybe sometimes health reasons, maybe sometimes relationships, maybe sometimes just yourself in general. I think a lot, but it's tough not being able to live your life the way you want to when people are trying to shove a certain lifestyle down your throat. You know, I watch a lot of vegan gains, I watch a lot of vegan influencers, and they, you know, they pity people that aren't vegan. And I think that's not right. That's not right. You shouldn't really at all have the need to disempower people because of their choices in life. This is what we got. You know, this is what we're doing today. So for you to hate somebody because they're not doing what you think they should do, I think that erases the whole vegan good vibe essence in all, because you never want to judge others. I don't think that's really going to help you nor help them. So when you're just sitting around pointing the finger and saying you're not vegan, you don't care about the world, you don't care about the world, I don't think that's true. And I think that really those guys should take a look in the mirror and, you know, see maybe what they're doing is not what they want to do. You know, maybe just because they're trying to get other people convinced to be vegan, maybe they're not really convinced themselves. So that's all I'm saying, guys. So I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to let my people know, for some of you guys that are vegan out there, I hope you can understand. Like I said, everything that I've eaten today so far, actually I haven't eaten, but 90% of the things that I eat on a daily, if not 100% of the things that I eat on a daily basis, are plant-based. That's just, I think it's weird buying eggs. I think it's weird cracking open an egg. But if I go to a restaurant and I want to have some pancakes and there's some milk in it, I'm going to have the pancakes just because I want to. I have one life. This is what I live, and this is what I believe that is okay for me. Going back to my roots, going back to what I do. Now, I think in time, you know, we will figure out and we will adjust from people, you know, cultivating these different plant or different animal products like milk and cheese and meat. I think we'll in time change from certain people that are doing it a certain way and certain processes. I think we'll, you know, better our processes as, you know, veganism starts to grow. You know, I believe the farmers and a lot of people are going to start to be mindful. Everybody's opening up spiritually. Everybody's opening up as far as, you know, going different routes and doing different things. So again, guys, I just wanted to come on here and tell you I'm not vegan anymore. I'm Michael Young, and I love my life, and I love what I do. And don't let anybody tell you what you can and what you can't do, what you can and what you can't eat, what you can and what you can't wear. This is your life. This is why we're on this channel, because we're showing life, we're spreading love, and you know, not everything is going to be positive, not everything's going to be pretty. You know, flowers on top, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes we're going to get into the nitty gritty and we're going to talk about topics that are like this. This might not relish with a lot of people, but at the end of the day, I'm here to be truthful, I'm here to be honest, and I'm here to be genuine 100%. Thank you guys for following me, and stay tuned. Episode 3 is coming out. Actually, part of the reason why I also wanted to put this video out is because I like to eat. You feel me? A couple of my close hitters over there, Money, you already know. Flyer, you know. Your boy like to eat. Lander, I know y'all hear me eating on Fortnite. So I'm going to be doing some, I think they call them mukbangs. I think it's based out of Asia. Most of you know what it is. It's when you get a whole bunch of food and you just eat it in one sitting. So I'm gonna be doing some mukbangs coming up here pretty soon, just because I like to eat. It looks like a lot of people like those topics, so we're definitely gonna be doing that. I have one idea coming up. I might hint it. Yo quiero Taco Bell. We'll see though, we'll see. So anyways, guys, it's Sunday today, July 28th. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody has a great end to their week. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.